Hello, everyone. This is your daily channeled message. This is for August 29th, 2020. Can you believe we're wrapping up August? Wow. I really appreciate you being here, and I'm suddenly being aware of the echo in my room, in this room here. There's lots of furniture, but not a lot of things on the wall. So today, maybe it's a good day to think about just finding out something that makes you happy. Sometimes we get pushed to do things that, we sign up for something and we go, well, I wasn't quite ready. And somebody, you say that, you're thinking about it. And then somebody says, hey, so-and-so is going to do this. Here's an example. I do these festivals and I was thinking, hey, it'd be great if we brought karaoke, talent show and stuff to this farmer's market that we're building from scratch. And so I said, I got a little bit of equipment, so I put it together, and then suddenly they put my name on it. It says, Mary's doing the karaoke. And so I was like, oh, wow, okay. I guess I can do it because I figured out a way to make my equipment work, on like a dime, right? Just whatever I had. So my daughter and I, we were practicing this morning before I came down to do these readings, your daily readings, and we had a ball. And I'm so glad that I opened my mouth and pushed myself out there and somebody posted it on Facebook, on the farmer's market website or the page, So here we go. And so we were practicing all different songs and it was really not so good in the beginning, but at the end we were doing better because it had been a while. So, and it's cheap equipment, so you better sound good with cheap equipment, right? So anyway, just thought somebody might need to hear that sometimes to have fun, it takes some work, but it's also so creative. And I forgot about how much I love to sing and it's thrilling. And it is it gets your stomach kind of in a knot. And there's other things besides, like always looking for love. There's other ways that we can make ourselves happy while we're getting to know ourselves again. And so anyway, okay, let's get started here. I have the Knight of Raphael, that's the Knight of Cups, and that's reversed. And I have New Beginnings, that's 20. So this is the Judgment card, and that's beautiful. So you have this angel that's guiding the way. We also have the High Priestess here. So, Knight of Raphael, so this is kind of an energy of maybe no love coming forward. Maybe the love that comes is love or people that don't really want a relationship. So it's a non-committal kind of attitude, like people that are like, that you go on a date and then they're like squirrel and you might never hear back from them again. And it could also not even be just dating. It could be like we're not sure what we want to do, what we truly love, or who we truly love. So it could go in any of those directions. So with this, if we're not sure, and if somebody's not sure about us, then it's either not the right time, possibly, or it's not the right person. Okay. So if somebody doesn't know if they want us, then they really don't want us. It's pretty simple. Maybe they'll change their mind later, but there's something here about looking at what the truth really is. Okay. And you guys know me, I'm all about whatever truth we believe it is, because that can change from time to time, right? So new beginnings is, maybe it's time to start a new beginning, to take what's in the past and leave it in the past and bring the lessons forward. That way we don't repeat the same lessons because we've passed, right? We passed those classes, those lessons. We got the degree. It's hanging on our wall. We don't need to repeat all that, right? So the High Priestess then talks about, the High Priestess is representative of our intuition and our inner knowledge. Like, it's kind of hidden knowledge, and sometimes it's not really telling everybody our business. It's kind of, we're good at keeping secrets. See, it says powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. So this is a peaceful place because you're getting to know yourself. You're bringing your own information forward. I forget that these have words on them sometime. So new beginnings is starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. See, That way we can forgive others, forgive ourselves, because it's a lesson, right? Okay. I'm going to pull a card between each of these. Because we want to look at what the past and what those relationships, the non-commitment people or the energies of not knowing might have assisted with. And we're going to pull it from the bottom of the deck here. And this is perspective. And this is wonderful. This is Archangel Chamuel. And this is basically, this is the Hangman. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. And see, this is pause, meditate. Dare to be different. So this is a new perspective. So instead of saying, why are people this way? Why am I surrounded by people this way? Why am I choosing? See, you can go down a whole road, and it depends on where you're at in your life's progress. I know sometimes people may not understand how far I've come, and they think that some people might misjudge and think that I hadn't been through, and I don't know about the really dark stuff, but I do, and I grew up in it. So just because I don't speak on it all the time means that I'm putting that behind me, and I'm choosing a new perspective, because if I keep focusing on that, it's more than likely I'm going to keep bringing that stuff. Because, this is how I had a lot of this non-committal stuff. And I think I was in that energy to a certain extent, or the darkness, or the shadows, and working with our shadows and other people's shadows. But now that I'm not to say I'll never work with my own shadows again or other people's, right now I'm not there because I've done some work. So I may have to go back in to do work, and that's okay. But if I've conquered that part and dealt with that part, I don't need to go back there. So for me to keep talking or focusing on that would bring you guys into that awareness, and you may not need that. Okay. So I just had a comment so it was a good point, and I want you to know that this is all your decision, whether to take any kind of advice. I listen to readings a lot, and I don't take all the advice because they're general. Even if it's catered to you, it doesn't mean that you need to take the advice. Sometimes it's about giving you the information so you can go, oh, there's no way I'm going to do that. And then you can decide. But we are responsible for our own interpretation of what anybody's saying. So my interpretation of the cards, your interpretation of my interpretation, and it goes on and on and on, right? So it's about taking any kind of information and just integrate it in your life the way you feel you should. And that changes also the integration and what you think you need. We always have new perspectives. And that's what's really important about being willing to work on ourselves and kind of trying to have a light heart sometimes, I know that's not easy when you're coming from heavy energy. I get it. And it's no big deal. Okay. But sometimes maybe I just need to say that to those that don't really know a lot about me. So, and I don't say everything anyway. So 9 of Ariel reversed is, okay, so this is 9 of Pentacles. So we have the new beginnings, excuse me, and we have the High Priestess. This is the single card, okay? So this is earth energy, and this is, okay, so let's just talk about this here. Maybe somebody is a little bit worried whether they can make it financially or not. I hear you. A lot of us are there right now. To break free and to choose your path and to go in the power of the High Priestess, get to know yourself, and just starting new. There's this lack mindset here that needs to be overcome. Okay, and a lot of us have that. A lot of us, I spent like 10 years saying, oh, I can't do anything and I would cry that I lost my business and I had to work for someone else and I couldn't even talk about it. So, and little by little, I was able to dream again. Okay. So remember that this doesn't have to be the end all, that you are dependent or you feel codependent and that you can stand again. It didn't take one day to get you there, and it may not take, it's going to take some time and work to get this turned around where you're independent again, you have your own business again, or you have this killer job and your life is full of abundance. But we must start somewhere. And here is the new beginning. This is where you start. We play a board game. We start at the beginning. So this where we're at. Okay, this is where we're at. But we're moving, right? We're starting. And that's the perspective. Not what I don't have, but what is possible. We can turn this around. Anything's possible. Because we have our own magic and we need to use it. And not allow others, whatever happened to us in the past, to be taken from us. Whatever happened in the past, we need to get our power back. And people need to do that in different ways. But it is about forgiving the past. It doesn't mean we condone it. It doesn't mean we would have allowed it. It just means that if there's something bad that happened or somebody did something to you, you release their hold on you by forgiving yourself and them. You may never want to talk to them again or see them or think about them. Whatever you need to do is fine. But if we can forgive somehow, some way, then they're not tied to us. We've cut the strings of their control. So I love you, and remember, you can turn anything around. We can turn anything around. So have a good day. Bye-bye.